First of all, I found myself role models. I found myself role models like who did I want to mirror? Who were the people who inspired me to do what I wanted to do? I went into their stories. How did they go through the hurdles that they went through? Because there are literally hurdles in every industry. Make it work.
So right into that conversation, I heard Beyonce talk about the fact that she had to be, for her, she wanted the big stage, and then she wanted to do like a Tina Turner, put everybody together in one piece, and then take a little bit of here, there, to become the Beyonce she is today. So what is that thing you talk about self-investment? So what is that thing you needed to do? How did you see where you wanted to go? And all of that, how did you put all of that together to become who you are today? Because you have a crossover brand, and not everyone has that.
First of all, I found myself role models. I found myself role models like who did I want to mirror? Who were the people who inspired me to do what I wanted to do? I went into their stories. How did they go through the hurdles that they went through? Because there are literally hurdles in every industry, irrespective of what country or what continent. When I found those people and I began to mirror them just to see, okay, the commitment levels, the
hours.
the hours, the commitment is so important because it's like you can sing. You can you can sing in church. It's not good enough to make a record for the world to listen. You know what I mean? So what do you need to do? Do you need to take classes? I would take classes where I needed to. I would literally just download like their films and just keep watching. I'm watching their interviews. I'm trying to find out how are they able to still be themselves and still be able to diversify most times into like different other things and still come back to who they are.
Yep.
So it's important to have a successful role model, somebody who you feel like you can relate to the person's story, and then just not like you're going to do copy and paste. In my case, but it was kind of inspiring, and it was like a lesson for me. It was like I was learning from them.
All right, absolutely. So people out there who want to use you as a role model, or even for businesses, right, who are seeking to differentiate themselves in the market. Everybody can have a similar talent or similar level of skill, but not everybody can differentiate themselves. So if you're speaking to new entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, people like you, etc., how were you able to differentiate yourself from the pack? You know that you have a talent, you know that you have a skill, but of course there are so many other actresses or brand influencers out there who are of a similar level, right? So how were you able to become exceptional to the point where you stood out from the pack?
I would like to say staying true to who you are, authenticity, like you talked about. Because there will always be different flavors and variances to these things. But when you have your own unique form, and when you stick to who you really are, like when I talk about looking at these other people who are already made, it's just to draw inspiration. It's not to come and act the way that they act. I just draw inspiration. I'm like, would this person react like this?
How would abstract?
Yes, because there's something unique in everybody. Each and every one of us have. Yes. Energy. So you see all that energy. You can even learn, especially let's take acting for instance. When you talk about how people do intonations in how you deliver your lines, you can find somebody who's very good with intonation that you admire, and then it's okay to kind of like try to, not like you're going to sound like the person, but you want to be able to see, okay, at what point, how does she take her breaks? How does her emotions play? When does it go up? When does she need to shout? But then we are Africans. So yes, being original, like you said, original, and, find your own identity, find your own, what makes you tick, and be consistent. It's a lot of consistency, being open to being teachable as well, because most people just feel like, okay, I have this talent. I mean, however I want to do. I'm late. It's never too late to learn. I feel like everybody must learn something every day.
Right.
I'm the kind of person I am. I'm very open to new ideas. I'm always quick to ask, how are you doing it? How was it? How is it done? How can you think I can do this better? You know. It's also self improvement, and then investing in yourself. Like I said initially, it's so important, because it's like technology, for instance. It keeps upgrading,
evolving.
It keeps evolving.
Absolutely.
So you can't be stuck in one place. You can have a bright idea, and you think, okay, this thing, if I do it like this, okay, how can I make it have a longer lifespan? How can I give it give it more flavor? What do people like? Should I make it spicier? Or everybody else is doing like this, okay, let me try something. Not being afraid to try new things, not being afraid to try new territories, and just exploring, just allowing yourself to sometimes even fail. I feel like it's always okay to fail, because failure is a part of the things that leads to success.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you have to fail in order to succeed, because you have to see what did you not do right and how can you do it better.
Great job. I mean, it's amazing listening to you.